Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS, and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. Get ready because what I'm about to tell you is not just some rumor or speculation. No, this could be one of the most significant moves we've seen in the NFC East in recent seasons. We're talking about the potential acquisition of Myles Garrett by the Washington Commanders. Yes, you heard that right. If this trade actually goes down, it could reshape the entire division, redefine the pass rush, and give Washington a serious edge as they push toward the playoffs, and who knows, maybe even a Super Bowl appearance. Let's start by understanding the context. The Cleveland Browns, currently sitting at a 2-6 record, are in a tricky position. They've been struggling with their quarterback situation, especially with Deshaun Watson, whose QBR has been hovering around 73.8. That's not bad on paper, but when you look at their overall season, the team's rebuild is clearly underway. They're trying to piece things together, but their defense, which used to be a strength, has been leaking points, allowing an average of 29 points per game. That's a huge red flag for any team aiming high. And in that context, sources suggest that the Browns are willing to part ways with one of their biggest stars, Myles Garrett. Now, you might ask, why would Cleveland do that? Well, for one, they're reportedly looking for a couple of draft picks to help accelerate their rebuild. The trade proposal being discussed involves sending Garrett to Washington in exchange for a second-round pick in 2026 and a third-round pick in 2027. Additionally, the Browns are looking to free up about $31 million in cap space, money that could be redirected to bolster their offensive line or even invest in their quarterback position. It's a strategic move for Cleveland, even if it stings to see Garrett leave, because with a record like 2-6, they're clearly in a rebuilding phase, and acquiring those picks helps them plan for the future. But what does this mean for Washington? Well, it's pretty straightforward. Adding Myles Garrett to this defense would be seismic. Imagine Garrett lining up alongside the likes of Chase Young and Montez Sweat. That's a pass-rush duo or trio that would scare any offensive line in the league. Garrett, despite dealing with a heel injury in Week 5, has been dominant in 2025. In fact, he's registered 11 sacks, 28 QB hits, and 3 forced fumbles so far this season. His PFF grade of 94.2 is elite, and his pressure rate of 23% shows just how disruptive he is. Even with his injury, Garrett has been a game wrecker, and his ability to generate pressure, double teams or not, would give Washington a real advantage. Let's talk about his career for a second, because it's impressive. Over his career, Garrett has amassed 103 sacks, 340 tackles, and 20 forced fumbles. His EPA per rush is 34, reflecting his efficiency in disrupting plays, and his PFF grade of 93.0 is among the best in the league. He has an 82% bend win rate, meaning he's able to bend the edge and turn the corner on offensive tackles with consistency. His presence alone would accelerate Washington's pass rush significantly, especially in key moments, like third downs and red zone situations. And what about the impact on the team's overall defense? Well, first off, the numbers are quite telling. With Garrett, Washington's pressure rate could see an increase of about 26%, which would project to around 16 sacks for him alone. That's a game changer. It's comparable to what TJ Watt has done for the Steelers in recent seasons, boosting their pass rush and turning around their defensive identity. Garrett's ability to generate turnovers, his 19% double-team rate opens lanes for others, would also help create more scoring opportunities for the offense. Their defense, which has allowed yards at a rate of roughly 15% less with the addition of such a premier pass rusher, could transform into a true wall. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. The odds for Washington winning the Super Bowl could see a significant shift after this move. Currently, the betting odds are around plus 2,900, but with Garrett in the mix, those odds could tighten to around plus 1150, reflecting the increased chances of a deep playoff run. That's a massive boost, and it's not just about one player. It's about the entire defensive identity changing dramatically. Garrett's presence would be a lockdown factor in the playoffs, especially considering his ability to pressure the quarterback and reduce the opponent's EPA per rush by about 16%. His addition could revive the steel curtain vibe in Washington, a defensive unit that's built to dominate and take the field with relentless energy. Now, looking at the broader picture, this potential trade isn't just about upgrading the defense. It's about sending a message. The Commanders are serious about contending, about building a team that can not only make the playoffs, but make a real push deep into the postseason. Garrett's elite skill set, his ability to dominate the line of scrimmage, and his knack for generating turnovers could elevate Washington into a top-tier defense that opponents fear. And with the NFC East being as competitive as it is, having a player of Garrett's caliber could be the difference-maker that pushes Washington over the edge. Also, it's worth mentioning that this move would be a statement to the rest of the league. The Commanders aren't just sitting back and hoping for the best. They're making bold moves, strategic gambles to elevate their roster. Garrett's contract, which currently has a cap hit of around $13 million, is manageable within the team's salary cap structure, making this a realistic possibility. The Browns, on their end, are clearly looking to shake things up and rebuild for the future, and parting with Garrett could be a step in that direction. So fans, imagine the scene. Garrett in a Commander's uniform, rushing off the edge, terrorizing quarterbacks and helping to shape what could be a historic defense. It's the kind of move that could turn the tide of an entire season, energize the fan base, and propel Washington into the conversation for Super Bowl contenders. The potential is there, and the NFL landscape could be about to see a major shakeup. The NFC East has always been known for its fierce rivalries and unexpected twists, and this move might be just the beginning of a new chapter for the Commanders. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster? Do you believe Myles Garrett would be the missing piece that finally takes this defense to the next level? Are you excited about the idea of him teaming up with Chase Young and Montez Sweat? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because your opinion matters so much to us and to the future of this team. Remember, this isn't just speculation. This could really happen, and it could be a game changer for the Commanders in 2024 and beyond. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, more analysis, and more exclusive insights into everything Washington Commanders. Stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's see how this story unfolds. This season could be one of the most exciting in recent memory, and with a move like this, the sky's the limit for Washington. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.